Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Western Association for College Admissions Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools with us here today. My name is Brianna, and I'll be your facilitator. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping items. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type a question to our presenters at any time throughout the presentation. This is just one of many different sessions happening this evening, so be sure to check the website to go to more sessions later on. This presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter, University of Alabama.
Thank you so much, Brianna. I appreciate that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kevin Payton. I am the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama. I cover the greater Los Angeles area, and I'm based out of Moore Park in Ventura County in Southern California. Some things to know about UA. We're a pretty large school. We have around 38,000 students. About 32,000 of those students are going to be students pursuing their bachelor's degrees as undergrads. We're a public school as well. With being a public out-of-state school, any public out-of-state school is going to have out-of-state tuition. Ours is around 30,000. Total direct cost before financial aid or scholarship is taken into consideration is around 44,000. I'm not sure if this is important to you or your son or daughter, but school spirit was something I was really looking for. Alabama definitely has a ton of that, I think in part because of the recent success of our football team. We just won our 18th national championship. I just saw we're ranked number 2 in the college football playoff poll. So we're pretty happy and excited about that. So tons of school spirit at UA. But outside of athletics, we're also one of the leaders in terms of National Merit Scholar enrollment. So we get athletes and we get mathletes at the University of Alabama. We've been ranked among the top 60 public universities for more than the last decade, according to U.S. News and World Report. So strong academic programs to choose from. Tons of ways to get involved. A lot of our students are involved in either fraternity or sorority life. We have the largest Greek community in the nation with about 34% of our students being involved, around 11,000 students total. And we are a majority of out-of-state students. About 56% of our students come from outside the state of Alabama. We do offer some pretty generous out-of-state scholarship opportunities, which I'll talk about here shortly. As far as location goes, we're located in a smaller college town called Tuscaloosa, which is about an hour southwest of Birmingham. Sometimes I find students from the West Coast that are applying to UA are also considering other SEC schools. So if you're taking a trip to the Southeast, we're about 3 hours away from Atlanta or about 3.5 hours away from Nashville. Highly encourage campus visits. I always think it's great to hear from someone like me, but really seeing a school for yourself, is going to be, in my opinion, the best bet for you to find the right fit for you. So highly encourage campus visits. If you would like to visit us, let me know. I'll send you a list of places to stay, places to eat, and places to explore around town. But pretty much everything I like to do here in Southern California, I can do in Tuscaloosa. I like to go to the mall, restaurants, movie theaters, concerts, fun stuff here and there like bowling and things like that. So tons of things to do off campus as well. Moving along here. 940 National Merit Scholars enrolled. We just had our largest number of National Merit Scholars enroll in this last freshman class. I believe was 281. So again, strong students that we're getting at UA. We also have 300 different study abroad programs. So if you or your son or daughter is interested in studying abroad, there'll be tons of opportunities for that. We're also a tier 1 research university. So if you want to do any kind of undergraduate research, there'll be opportunities for you to partner with faculty and staff. We also do have an honors college, which is a secondary application. Can provide smaller class sizes, more discussion-based learning, potentially some additional scholarship opportunities there as well. But over 200 different majors to choose from, 200 different programs to choose from, 70 different majors. Most popular colleges on campus include College of Arts and Sciences and also the Clubhouse College of Business, but nursing and engineering are also very strong at UA, along with some of the other academic programs that we offer. Tremendous campus resources. Probably one of my favorite things about UA is the resources that we offer our students. Our Career Center, we're number 2 overall nationally for internship placement. So a lot of our students end up graduating with real world work experience. Because of that, we have a 90% success rate for recent graduates. Awesome Capstone Center for Student Success and Student Support Center. Tons of ways for students to get connected through our first year experience program as well. And as I said, Greek life is a big thing at the university, but if fraternity or sorority life isn't really your thing, there's tons of different clubs and organizations to get involved with. There as well, over 600 different ones to choose from, 3 different dining halls, 3 different food courts, 12 different restaurants, 8 convenience stores. So tons of places to eat on campus there. You can see some pictures of some of the different amenities that we offer our students here on the screen. How to apply, a couple different ways students can apply now. We have our own admissions application on our website, admissions.ua.edu, or you can apply through the Common Application that's new to us this year. There is a $40 application fee. We are test optional for fall of 2022, so you can apply with or without a test score. Just let us know in your admissions application how you'd like to be considered for admission. Again, either with or without a test score. There's no essay or no letter of recommendation. But now our scholarship application doubles. Our admissions application now doubles as our scholarship application. So we do ask for students things like leadership, work experience, volunteerism, course rigor, any hardships that a student may have had to overcome. They can share that information with us, and we'll look at that for both admission and scholarship consideration. So holistic admissions review now at UA. So scholarships, as I mentioned, is a pretty big thing. We do offer some pretty generous scholarships, as you can see. As I just said, our admissions application now doubles as our scholarship application. So if a student applies and gets their documents in prior to January 15th, their admissions application will be considered for scholarship review. And our scholarship committee could award that student between $8,000 per year all the way up to tuition. If a student has been able to take the SAT or ACT, we do offer automatic merit scholarships, which are based solely off of a student's cumulative weighted high school GPA, plus their highest composite SAT or ACT score. You can see those values here on the screen. That's pretty transparent. A student can know pretty much how much they could qualify for before they even apply. So all that information is right there for you. That about wraps up my time. There's my contact information. I'll go ahead and put it in the chat, but appreciate your time. Thank you for everything. Roll Tide.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Up next, we have the University of Tampa.
Hello. Let me just make sure I have my screen up here. Is everybody able to see that? Okay. My name is Stacy Fonseca. I'm with the University of Tampa, and I'm the counselor for all students in California. And the University of Tampa has been ranked one of the most beautiful campuses in the state of Florida, but additionally, the safest campus in the state of Florida, something we're very proud of. And you can see from this picture here that, you know, despite being an urban campus, we have a park-like atmosphere to our campus, and it's condensed. It's not spread throughout downtown. We're located adjacent to the Hillsborough River, and just on the other side of the river is downtown Tampa. So there's a ton of internship opportunities for all of our students. And in addition to that, we are home to the Super Bowl champions, the Stanley Cup champions, the beautiful Tampa River Walk. And again, these aren't just fun things to do. These are all fantastic opportunities that our students have for internships. And it's really what draws our students from all over the world. We have about a third of our students from the state of Florida, about a third from the Northeast. The other third is from all of the other 50 states and over 132 countries. So we're really proud of our diverse community that we have UT, and yet another thing that draws students to our campus. So our average class size is 22 students, but our total enrollment is just over 10,000 students. And student faculty ratio is right around 17:1. But I know that one of the concerns many students have as they're going into college is, how big is my freshman class going to be? And our largest classroom seats around 86 students, but on average, expect that your first year classes will be around 45 students. 96% of our classes have less than 40 students, and we try to keep our lab science classes to right around 18. The really great part is that we don't use any teaching assistants or grad assistants. All of our classes are taught by professors. And we have amazing facilities on campus, whether you're going to be a film and media studies major, animation major, fine arts, you're interested in ceramics, music, performing arts, physics even, education major. Not only do we have amazing facilities on our campus, but for example, our communication majors also have the option to do internships at ABC, Fox, and NBC, all located just less than a mile from our campus. We also have amazing facilities for students interested in things like athletic training and health science and human performance. Here you can see our marine science research facility where we have wet labs, dry labs, holding tanks, 4 research vessels, and we're only about 20 minutes from the Gulf of Mexico where we have another large research vessel. We have a trading room. And in addition to that, our students enjoy an active campus life as well as Division II sports and club sports. So our total cost is just under $43,000. 97% of our students will receive some sort of aid. And when you apply to the university, you can apply using the Common App, the Coalition app, or the University of Tampa app. We'll need your official high school transcript, an essay, and a letter of recommendation, but we do not require test scores. Now, if you're a transfer student, we'll also need your college transcripts. And when we evaluate your application, we're looking at a couple of things. Do you meet the admissions requirements? And then we'll look to see if you meet the requirements for the honors program. For regular admissions, the average GPA is right around a 3.49. For the honors program, the GPA requirement is an unweighted 3.7. And then finally, before sending out your acceptance letter, we're going to look to see if you meet the requirements for merit-based scholarships. And so when you receive your acceptance letter, you're going to know everything that you need to know to make a good decision about the University of Tampa, because just after that, if we have your FAFSA results, you'll receive your financial aid award. So again, my name is Stacy Fonseca. I'll be your counselor. And if you have any other questions or want more information on the University of Tampa or visiting, please contact me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stacy. Up next, we have Mississippi State University. Emily, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Can anyone else hear Emily?
No.
All right, Emily, I cannot hear you. Emily, why don't we let Washington University in St. Louis go, and then can you exit the room and come back, and then we'll see if we can hear you. Okay. All right. So up next, we're going to have Washington University in St. Louis.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you, Antonio.
How's everyone doing? My name is Antonio. I'll give you guys a presentation. So Washington University, we are actually centrally located in St. Louis, Missouri. I'll give you guys a quick overview of an actual map of what the city of St. Louis looks like. So you guys can see we're a medium-sized institution located just about 7 miles directly from the Mississippi River downtown. The only thing dividing or splitting us between downtown and our campus is actually Forest Park, which is actually one of the largest city park in the nation. We're centrally located, mid-sized research one institution, like I mentioned, about 12 minutes from the airport. St. Louis is home to a bunch of different attractions. We're second most free attractions to Washington, D.C. Actually, 100% of our students will receive a Metro Pass, in which they have access to all the events in the general St. Louis area, which is amazing for our students. With that said, we do have 5 academic divisions that are spread around 4 different colleges. So School of Arts and Science, School of Architecture and Art is just one. It's actually the School of Art and Design, which actually splits into 2, into Art and Architectural, School of Business, and then the School of Engineering. We do enroll close to a little bit over 7,000 total undergraduate students. But with that said, we do have all 50 states represented in our campus, as well as 50 different countries, and 49% of our students identified as students of color in our campus, and or international students are also included in that. In the classroom, student of faculty ratio is 701. Average class size is roughly about 26 students, but close to 80% of our classes are actually 30 or less students. So you guys have the opportunity to interact as much as you want or as little as you want with your actual faculty, which is amazing. you're kind of undecided and you're not 100% sure of what you're interested in studying, you do have the opportunity to do some academic exploration, as we do offer over 2,000 total courses spread around 100 different fields for you to do some academic exploration, which is very amazing, and a great opportunity for you to really narrow down what you're interested in doing. As I mentioned, all over those 100 fields spread around our 5 academic division, which are actually housed in 4 different colleges. Moving on, outside of the classroom, students have the opportunity to study abroad if they're interested. We do have over 100 opportunities for you guys to choose to study abroad. Roughly close to 40% of our students actually choose to study abroad, anything from a week long to semester, summer based, or year-round opportunities, which is amazing. Also, if you're interested in completing some research, we do have over 3,000 annual projects that some of our undergraduates are leading or are engaging with faculty in research opportunities. If you're not 100% sure what you're interested, but you are interested, we highly encourage you guys to participate and engage with our undergraduate research office, as we are a tier 1 research institution. Opportunity to own your own business on campus. We do have 11 startup businesses, student-run, student-owned businesses on campus. So if you're interested in doing so, there's great opportunities for that, as well as participating in community service. We do have over 7 million hours annually, usually between all of our students combined, of volunteer service, not only in our community, but in the greater St. Louis community. If you're interested in participating and remaining active, you have the opportunity to do so in our campus as well. We're NCAA Division III. We do have about 19 total varsity sports, but over 450 plus clubs and organizations in our campus, anything from Greek life to religious organizations to you name it, we have it. We have about 13 a cappella group, which is amazing. We do have most interesting recent one is butter shaping club. So you name it, we'd have it. The likelihood of you or not having the club that you're interested in engaging with is super small, but would you do have the opportunity to actually create your own club and organization, as the student-led union has a $3.5 million budget in order for students to actually engage, whether it be just hosting an event for other students or actually just hosting meals in your actually club or organization meetings. However you want to, you can have the opportunity to engage in that as well. With that said, gives you a little bit of an overview of what our incoming freshman class looked for last year. So we're test optional again, ACT and SAT for this upcoming years. Students have the opportunity to actually apply via the Common App Coalition or QuestBridge to our campus, as well as here's our application deadline. So we do have 2 different applications for early decision round. It is binding decision. So if you're interested and you know for sure that WashU is the campus where you hope to engage the next 4 years of your life, if you're interested in, I strongly suggest you guys do so. Look at us, but there's different applications at different rounds, and here's their, as well as the financial aid and decision release dates. Here is our contact information for the admissions office, and I will also post my contact information in the chat as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to use the chat form and reach out to any of us here today to engage with us as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Antonio. All right, we are going to try Mississippi State University one more time. Hopefully we can hear Emily this time.
She just got in, Brianna. I don't know if she heard you.
Okay, Emily, are you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so my name is Emily Pyron. I'm from Mississippi State University. So I'm the regional recruiter for California. I'm actually based in Houston, Texas. So I have Houston and California. So like I said, I'm with Mississippi State University. So a little bit about us. We are a Division I SEC public university. We have about 22,000 students, undergrad and grad school. But what I love about us is we're located in a small town. We're located in Starkville, Mississippi. And it's a really small town, small community. So you kind of get that big SEC vibe in that small town feel. And I think that kind of is what makes us special. We were founded in 1878 as Mississippi A&M, but we now go by Mississippi State University. We have over 180 academic majors and concentrations. Some of our most popular are engineering. We're a top 100 engineering school with over 13 different engineering choices you can choose from. Business is really popular with us. We are founded as an agriculture school, so ag is really big for us. With our veterinary school, we have a top 20 vet school. We're only one of 5 schools that does an early entry veterinary program that you can apply in high school and be admitted to vet school in high school. So that's something really cool about us. We offer meteorology, really competitive architecture school, but anything you're interested in, I like to tell students we can probably pair students with something. Student life is really big at Mississippi State. We have over 380 organizations, everything from Greek life to religious organizations, community service. So there's a lot to offer at Mississippi State for student life. I like to tell students we offer, a well-rounded college experience because we want our students to get that college atmosphere, that college environment, have fun, make friends, get out of their comfort zone, get involved in things. So I think that's something Mississippi State's really great about. We're also a very diverse campus. We have 22,000 students from over 80 different countries. We have a homeschool cultural diversity center on campus to promote diversity on campus. That's something that's really important to us at Mississippi State. So some important things about applying to Mississippi State. Our application went up on August 1st. We are rolling admissions, so you can apply anytime through our website or through the Common Application. It's a $40 application fee, really easy application, no essay is required, no letter of recommendation. We are test optional for the fall right now, so you don't have to send us your test scores, but if you're going to want those competitive scholarships, you're going to want to send your test scores. So if a student has a 22 ACT or 1100 SAT and a 3.0 GPA, they'll automatically qualify for our non-resident scholarships, and that's a base of $8,500 off all 4 years of tuition. So really great non-resident scholarships. And then we also have a general scholarship application in addition to our automatic scholarships. And for those, there's 3 types of scholarships with those. We have needs-based, leadership-based, and merit-based scholarships. So with those, the deadline for that priority is December 1st. So you'll want to get in your application for your general scholarships by December 1st for that priority date. So some dates in the spring, we have Academic Insight in February, which is a time for students to come to campus, meet their professors of the major they're thinking about, meet friends, meet other people who are going to be in your class. So it's a really cool time to come to campus and get that, experience of what it's going to be like when you start school in the fall. And then orientation opens March 1st. So that's a time for you to sign up for your orientation. And then our housing, lastly, we have our housing application deadline. So housing priority goes to those who applied to Mississippi State first. And then after that, they'll just give priority based on when you applied. We have 2 different kind of styles of dorms at Mississippi State. So we have hotel style, which is you and a roommate and a bathroom, and then our traditional communal, which is you and a roommate and a communal bathroom. So those are our 2 kind of dorm styles. Freshmen are required to live on campus. We think that's really important for students to, get the experience. They'll be able to walk to class. They'll be able to meet people in the dorms. So that's why freshmen are required to live on campus. So this lists our tuition right here. Tuition is about $35,000 for freshman year, and that includes room and board. We do have a non-resident military tuition waiver. So that is for students who are direct dependents of military, of active duty, or honorable discharge. You'll have that whole non-resident tuition waived, and you'll have that in-state price. But otherwise, that's the only time we waive out-of-state tuition is with that military waiver. So again, our scholarship priority date deadline is December 1st. So get your applications in for that by December 1st, as there's a lot of different scholarship money that can be given to students through that general scholarship application. So that's really important to get that in by December 1st. There's a few ways you can visit campus. So we really suggest students to come do campus visit days. If you can come, from California to Mississippi, do that campus visit. We offer them 5 days a week, twice a day. And that's a really great opportunity for students to see what our campus is about, see what campus life is about. You can meet with your department of what you're thinking about majoring in. And it's a really good opportunity to get that feel for campus. So we really suggest students doing that because that's kind of when they decide that they want to come to Mississippi State. And then we have our Academic Insight, which I mentioned, and we have some virtual tours as well. So there's some other options if you don't want to come directly to to campus, but really suggested, especially at this time of year, it's beautiful in the fall. And sports are really big for us. So we're an SEC school. So football, baseball, we just won the national championship in baseball. So we really like to promote that. So great atmosphere for that. But yeah, my name is Emily Pine. If you have any questions at all, please contact me in Hale State.
Thank you so much, Emily. Up next, we have the University of Missouri.
All righty. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for sticking along. My name is Tommy Rogers. I am the current admissions representative for the University of Missouri, based out here in beautiful California. And for the next couple of minutes, I want to give you a good highlight of our university and talk about why we have a lot of folks coming to our campus. Mizzou, we're a big school. We've got over 30,000 students. That's our total population. Breaking it down to undergraduates, we sit currently at about 18.5 thousand students. Big school, a lot of resources though. Our average class size is just under 30 students, 18:1 student to faculty ratio. So we do like to say we give individualized attention to students when they come to our campus. Tigers from all around the world, more than 110 countries worldwide, all around the United States. California sits at our 4th most popular state right now. So you do come to our campus, very diverse, a lot of students from different backgrounds, all culminating on our campus. We're also very unique in which we are the land grant for the state of Missouri, and we're also AAU Tier 1 research accredited, and we are in the SEC East as well. So very competitive division, a lot of sports on our campus that our students are very proud of. Located in beautiful Columbia, Missouri, right in the middle of the United States, right in the middle of Missouri as well. We're equal distance between Kansas City and St. Louis, about an hour and a half, give or take. You heard a little bit about St. Louis, wonderful place to live. Columbia, just as cool. We are a college city. We've got about 120,000 people that reside in the downtown area. The university sits in the heart of Columbia. We are a college city. Sports Illustrated actually did a spread on us not too long ago and named us a top 5 college town amongst over 100 different universities that they visited around the United States. Restaurants, shops, hiking trails, lakes, rivers. We've got everything but beaches, but there's still a lot of cool things to do in the area. I was surprised as a student on campus that we're also a destination for a lot of performers, guest speakers, artists. Monday through Sunday, there's always something going on either in the downtown area or on campus. So we are not a commuter city. We are not a commuter campus. There's always a lot of energy on our campus. 2 different ways to get into the University of Missouri, pretty straightforward. You can apply either with or without a test score. Regardless, we will take a look at your high school curriculum. You can see on the screen here, it's pretty standard. Students are missing 1 credit. It's usually not an issue at all whatsoever, but we'll take a look at their entire transcript. And then it's up to the student, whether they want to apply with or without a test score. They apply with a test score. You can see we accept a wide variety of different ranges. 24 ACT usually gets them in, no issues. 1160 SAT, that gets them in as well. If you're lower, not a problem. We have a sliding scale here that will take a look at their GPA with their test score, and they can take the test as many times as they'd like. They can also super score. We'll always take their highest composite score as well. So applying with the test score, pretty straightforward. Test optional, brand new as of last year. We're continuing it on. In lieu of a test score, send us in your high school transcripts, couple of supplemental essays that you are going to submit to us, and then we will evaluate you holistically. Biggest anchor, though, obviously being your GPA. And it still gets you directly admitted into your major. You can still get scholarships. You can still be an honor student. So I know myself and a lot of other reps from different schools who are doing test optional, we're always encouraging students, reach out to us personally. We'll let you know how to put your best foot forward and make sure that you can maximize not just your admissibility to our school, but also for our scholarships as well. So 2 different ways to apply. As I mentioned, get you directly admitted into your major. For the University of Missouri, we've got over 300 degree programs, quite a bit. I probably can only name maybe 100 or so, but our most popular majors that we have on campus, specifically for out-of-state students. Number 1's going to be journalism. We actually have the longest running journalism program in the nation. First one started in the United States. We have an NBC Universal news station on campus. We have a ton of different partnerships, CSNBC, Fox, ESPN as well. So a lot of connections there. Number 2 is going to be business, comes with a guaranteed internship. We have a lot of students come back to their home state as well to do that. We are a unique school as well. We have a med, law, and a vet school. So we have a lot of students come for those pre-professional tracks. Engineering and nursing rounds out our 4th and 5th most popular majors. But you're going to be doing a lot outside of the classroom. One of the benefits of being a Tier 1 research institution means a lot of students have a lot of opportunities to accelerate outside of the classroom and really take what they're learning inside the class and apply it to real life endeavors. So I mentioned journalism students. We have our NBC NBC station on our campus. Business students, they have access to an internship. It's guaranteed through the program. We have a med school on campus. We have a university hospital. Pre-med students can still shadow in those. Education students will get you in the classroom as early as your sophomore year. So some programs actually guarantee an internship within their specific programs. And I think if you take the quality of our education with the internships and the types of students that we have on our campus, we're really proud to share our retention rating and our successful career outcomes rate. This is for earlier this year with our seniors. Even with COVID going on, 90% retention rating, and 93.4% of our students were either fully employed, attending graduate school, or serving in the military, which we are very pleased with. Wonderful scholarships for our students, whether you're test optional or applying with the test score. You can get in-state tuition with us. Typically what we're looking for, 30 ACT or a 1360 SAT, that'll get you in-state tuition, $20,000 that you'll shave off per year, starting your freshman year. And then if you're applying without a test score, typically high threes, so 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 4.0. We do have half of an out-of-state fee waiver if you're a little bit below that. Departmental scholarships dependent on your major. Typically, those are a couple $1,000s per year. And if you don't get in-state tuition your freshman year, we have a very easy residency program that our freshmen go through. And starting your sophomore year, going into your senior year, you're guaranteed to pay in-state tuition by going through residency. So pretty easy process. And then finally, we are open for business. Come and visit us on campus. Come take a virtual tour. We would love to have you. More than happy to set that up for you. My name's been Tommy Rogers. Here's my contact information. That's me without a beard. I think I look a little bit better with one, but hey, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. And other than that, we've got one more school to listen to. So go Tigers.
Thank you so much, Tommy. Last but not least, we have the University of Alaska Fairbanks.
Hey y'all, how's it going? My name is Andrew. I am your regional admissions counselor based here in sunny California. And can everyone see my screen okay? Just the one slide? Cool. All right, like I said, I'm your regional admissions counselor based here in California. I am actually a UAF alum and a fellow out-of-state student. I'm originally from Ohio, but I went to UAF for graduate school. So I lived in Fairbanks for 3 years. I lived on campus, I lived off campus, had a really, really great time, and would recommend Alaska to anybody at all. So if you've ever had a family member or friend visit up there, you've heard great things about it, I can't recommend visiting or, coming up for 4 years for college enough. So just in case you aren't familiar with what Alaska looks like as a state or where we're located on the map, we are in Fairbanks. So we are in Alaska's interior towards the middle of the state. You've maybe heard of Anchorage or Juneau. Juneau is the capital, but we are up in the interior, the golden heart of Alaska. To our west is Russia, to our east is Canada, and to get into Fairbanks where we are, you will fly up from California or Nevada, wherever you are, up into Seattle, and then from Seattle directly into Fairbanks. We have an international airport there that is about a 5-minute drive from campus. We're very, very accessible. Our students typically go home for the winter holidays in the summer, and then when they hang out, if they choose to hang out in Fairbanks for Thanksgiving, a lot of times students will invite each other over to homes, or even professors will invite our students over to their homes for Thanksgiving. But a very down-to-earth, tightly knit, small town, small campus community up in Fairbanks, Alaska, the farthest north U.S. city. We are hosting in-person college visits if you want to come say hey and check out Fairbanks, Alaska. We also have a virtual tour on our website. So please just reach out to me or go to our website and check us out. We have all the best parts of college that you're looking for, but like I said, we are in the farthest north U.S. city. So you're going to live in a residence hall your first year. First years are required to live on campus. You're going to have, your student rec center, cafe, library, everything that you would want on campus. A lot of students, will ask questions about igloos, polar bears, things like that. We don't have polar bears on campus, but we do have moose on campus. You will see moose on campus. You'll also see the aurora borealis. You'll see temperature lows of -40, even -50. You can see our students here joining the 40 below club during the winter, getting their photo outside at our temperature sign. And then in the summers, you'll see the midnight sun come, which is, going to give Alaska 24/7 sunlight, temperature highs of 70s, even the 80s. So really just extreme versions of the seasons that you're already familiar with. So why UAF? What's special about us? What makes us stand out? We are a world leader in climate change and Arctic research. We are the only national tier 1 university in Alaska. We are also Alaska's only land, sea, and space grant university. If you are interested in the natural sciences, environmental science, engineering, wildlife biology, marine biology, you want to be in the cutting edge area of the world to study those things, come up to Fairbanks, Alaska. Alaska is a giant outdoor laboratory. We've got earthquakes, volcanoes, glaciers, permafrost, mountains, rivers, and the Aurora Borealis. And we have facilities on campus for our students to get involved in research related to all of those things. We are Alaska's flagship university too, with about over 5,000 undergraduate students on campus, and in the city of Fairbanks, around 90,000 people. We are a small city, we are a small campus. The average class size is going to be around 13 students with a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And we also offer a number of online bachelor's degrees, as well as a total of 40 online programs in total. And those online programs are offered at the in-state tuition rate. So if you're majoring in something that is offered entirely online, you can mix and match your online and in-person classes, even if you're up in Fairbanks. Our top 5 home states are Washington, California, Texas, and Florida. California is coming in at number 2, and about 12% of UAF students are coming from out of state, from the lower 48, as Alaskans lovingly call it. 20% of UAF students are Alaskan Native or Native American. UAF would not be what it is today without the compassion, knowledge, and support of Alaska's indigenous communities. And at UAF, we acknowledge the Alaskan Native nations upon whose traditional lands our 6 campuses reside. Up north in Fairbanks, our Chatieta campus is located on the traditional lands of the Dana people of the Tanana River. And we also offer WUI for all, and we offer in-state tuition for military and veterans and their families. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention that Alaska has some really, really excellent Thai food too. Our campus is just an excellent outdoor playground. We've got 25 miles of hiking trails right on campus. Denali National Park is a 2-hour drive south of our campus. And we also have hiking off campus, as well as a ski and snowboard resort that's about a 30-minute drive from campus too. And you'll get a free seasonal pass as a UAF student to go to that ski and snowboard resort. We know that coming up to Fairbanks is a kind of a tall order, and that students will be experiencing a lot of changes. So we have a lot of resources on campus, including a student health and counseling center to help you adapt to the changes up in Fairbanks, including the cold, the change in light, everything like that. We have pathways for everybody. We offer certificates, endorsements, associate's degrees. If you want to get your associates in culinary arts and hospitality before you move on to that business bachelor's degree, or if you want to go for your fire science associates before you get your Firefighter 1 certification and then apply for a job at our university fire department, you can do all those things. We have a number of nationally and worldwide recognized facilities on campus, including the Geophysical Institute, our large animal research station, and a number of other facilities that offer our engineering and science majors a lot of opportunities. Like I said, we offer WUI for all, so you're going to be saving about $14,000 a year just by being a student from California instead of a student from the eastern side of the United States. We are currently test optional, and we just need your in-progress high school transcripts. The application is open for fall 2022. And unlike Tommy's photo, that is me with a longer beard when I was living in Alaska. But please reach out to us, visit us virtually, and thank you so much for listening. And that'll wrap it up for today.
Thank you so much, Andrew. If all of our college representatives could please turn on their cameras, I will ask them a few questions to answer in the same order in which they presented, if we remember. Yeah, so they can help you through this process. So my first question for all of you is, what is one piece of advice you would give to a high school student going through this process right now?
So I would say, keep doing what you're doing. You spent your time this evening gathering information. I would encourage you to continue gathering information. You heard from some wonderful presenters this evening. It sounds like there's going to be more presentations going on. So just continue to gather information to find the right fit for you would be my biggest piece of advice.
My piece of advice would be in regards to your essay. Remember that your essay is your selling card. And so it should be like a pitch statement. If you've ever watched Shark Tank, they get on there and they sell their product. You want to sell yourself to universities in the essay. Let them know what makes you great and why you're going to excel on their campus. They want to hear all the great things that you have to offer.
I'll say contact us, ask us as many questions as you can. We're here to help you and assist you ultimately. Just like Kevin said, gathering information, but also ask the questions. You know, you might not have all the answers, but we'll point you in the right direction. Someone can actually assist you.
Yeah, I got to kind of continue what Kevin and Antonio had mentioned. Let us connect you to campus. When I was looking at colleges, I didn't know that like reps in our position, like we have current students from your specific state, maybe even your high school. Like ask us if we can connect you to students, faculty, staff. That's something that we're more than happy to do that. And I think you'll get more of a holistic picture of our school and our program, specifically if it's a student from your region. So yeah, don't be afraid to reach out and ask us to connect you.
Emily, I
Oh
think,
no, Emily, we can't hear you
Sorry.
again. All right, Emily, if you type it, I'll read it. Okay.
Should I go ahead while Emily's typing? All right. So I would agree with what everybody's saying. I'm going to just piggyback off of what Tommy said and encourage you to get in touch with current students. Most of our schools have student ambassadors, current students who are, on social media accounts doing things like that to kind of show you like a day in the life sort of deal on each of our respective campuses. So definitely follow those social media accounts. They're just like really simple, low commitment ways just to learn a little bit more about life on campus, what it's like to be a student there. And especially going to school out of state, it really helps to, visualize and kind of hear from current students what it's like to be going to each of our schools.
That is such great advice. I am waiting for Emily's, but I will ask the next question. She can type me both answers. So the next question is, what is just one thing you want students to remember about your campus?
I would say all the different ways to get involved. I talk about having the largest Greek community in the country, which is, an option for a lot of students. But outside of that, a lot of us mentioned tonight the different clubs and organizations that a student can get involved with. Alabama has over 600, but also ways to get involved in terms of job experience. We're number 2 overall for internship placement. So tons of opportunities to get involved and meet people outside of the classroom. So take advantage of that.
I would say that the University of Tampa is in a thriving city, with our proximity just being literally 1 block. Those internship opportunities are really going to make a difference with employers. The fact that you'll have the opportunity to do more than 1 internship before graduating, and that we have more internships than we have students to fill them. So head on down to Florida and we'll get you working.
I think for us at WashU, we wrap it up with like the experience that you have outside of the classroom is probably as experience or as important, if it's not more important, that you can have inside of the classroom. So we want to make sure that students are not only engaging in the greater area of the St. Louis, what it has to offer, but also learning from their peers as well outside of, as they can actually learn inside of the classroom as well. I think
That
it's you,
Emily,
Andrew, again.
so what?
So
Was
I
that
think
me?
it's Andrew again, or Tommy, sorry.
Okay, I will. So Emily's advice is to utilize your resources and ask questions. So anyone who works in an admissions office is a pretty nice person. Everyone on this call, including myself, has worked in an admissions office. So we want to talk to you. We want to get to know you. And if you have a regional recruiter, especially, they're in your region to talk to you specifically. So don't be afraid about that.
I love that. That's great advice. I think for me, not just for Mizzou, I'm pretty sure everyone else here as well. A lot of California schools are impacted, and a lot of times you don't start in your major, you got to wait. I had a buddy who went to an in-state school, loved it, had to wait till their junior year to start taking classes. Not the case at Mizzou. I'm pretty confident every school here, your freshman year, you start in your major, you hit the ground running. So I think it's a great question to ask a school like, hey, my freshman year, am I in my major? Am I taking actual classes? At Mizzou, day 1, you're in your class. And like I said, confidently for most of the schools here as well. So it's always a good question to ask and see if a major is impacted and if you start your freshman year within the actual major.
All right, I'll go ahead. With UAF, I think our name speaks for itself, our location speaks for itself. Whatever you're doing in Fairbanks, Alaska, you're going to be doing it in an extreme environment, a unique environment. And after you leave, whether you were an engineer, a journalist, a history major, firefighter, whatever it is, you will have been doing it in one of the most unique places in the world, but possibly the most unique place in the United States. And people are going to be impressed by that. They're going to be interested by that. They're going to have questions for you about the aurora borealis, about how cold it was, all things like that. So you'll just be an even more interesting person having gone to UAF.
All of your campuses sound so cool. I know Emily is typing something unique about her campus too. I will read it as soon as it comes through. But thank you all for joining us. Oh, she said, Mississippi State is a great combination of a big school, but a small town charm. It is a great community environment that allows you opportunities to grow personally and academically. So all of your schools sound so awesome still. And so thank you for joining us tonight. Really appreciate you taking the time. When you close this window, there will be a really quick 5-minute 5-question survey. Should only take you a minute. Please fill it out. We appreciate any feedback. We do encourage you to join us for 2 more sessions tonight. So check the schedule and join us for one of those. You will be able to find this session's recording and all other recordings at strivescan.com/WACAC. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of our college representatives for spending time with us this evening. Have a great night.